Good morning once more. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Transport and Communication, Engineer Sheikh Abu, the High Commissioner of the Republic of Rwanda, Zambia, Her Excellency, Ms. Kairiza, Chairperson, Travel Agents Association of Zambia, Mr. Osama Bax, the Managing Director, Zambia Tourism Agency, Mr. Felix Kaila, the student travel agents, distinguished guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this very important event where we salute our partners for their contribution towards the growing success story as an airline in the financial year 2017 to 2018. On the 27th of March 2015, when Rwandair opened its route to Lusaka, the airline has continued to record growth both in capacity and frequency from 3 at initial launch and daily and double daily on some days. It has also upgraded its operational equipment from just Boeing 737 to Airbus A330s. These services are also extended to Johannesburg under the Fifth Freedom Facility. I must say, from its hub, Rwandair is reputed for its excellent on-time performance, customer service, safety, and as one of the youngest fleet on the continent of Africa. With this fleet, the airline currently reaches out to 27 destinations across East, Central, West, Southern Africa, the Middle East, Europe, and Asia. This success can only be attributed to the support of the airline has received from both the governments of Zambia and Rwanda. As an airline, we commend the Zambian government for its policy direction in the 7th National Development Plan on the aviation industry, which has among its focus the construction and upgrading of the airport infrastructure that will provide modern equipment and facilities. Previously, Rwandair started flights from Kigali to Mumbai, Harare, London, and Brussels, as well as Dakar from its second hub in Cotonou. Rwandair also introduced flights to Abidjan, Libreville, Brazzaville from its Cotonou hub. A year ago, Rwandair added to the network a second inlet into Nigeria, and that's Abuja. We also added another flight into South Africa and into Cape Town. On the 17th of April this year, Rwandair launched its flights to Kinshasa. Tel Aviv, Addis Ababa, and Rwanda in Angola will be added to its expanding network this year, in addition to Guangzhou, which will start flights next week on the 18th of June. Rwandair has also plans to enter the American market with flights into New York. Today, we shall be awarding travel agents, which gives me so much excitement, and other key stakeholders for their outstanding contribution during that financial year of 2017-2018. It is worth mentioning that among other international accolades, Rwandair was listed among the most improved airlines at the prestigious 2018 World Airline Awards. As an airline, we rely on solid partnership with various key players in our line of business. These businesses are here with us this morning. They do demonstrate a unique kind of commitment towards helping Rwandair deliver an unmatched service to our esteemed customers, from facilitating reservations and bookings to handling of cargo. These shining service providers have been a vital extension of the airline and as such deserve recognition. Today we shall award a total of 50 recipients in various categories and grades, as would be explained shortly during the presentation of the trophies as well as certificates. Invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my humble and rare privilege to welcome and call upon our guest of honor, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Transport and Communication, Engineer Michelle Kulongo. Shall you please give a hand of applause?
Thank you. Thank you very much to the program director and the Madam Violet for making this event real. First of all, allow me to recognize the presence of Her Excellency Madam Monique Mukaruriza, the High Commissioner, the Rwanda High Commissioner to Zambia. He is also accompanied by the Consular. Mr. Ebo is sitting with us. I also want to recognize our Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Felix Shaila, for the Zambia Tourism Agency. I'm seeking to see Mr. Osman. Thank you, my friend. You are there? Good. I recognize your presence. The Travel Agency Association of Zambia. I also want to recognize all invited guests that I may not have a record personally on your names, but I want to recognize your presence for showing interest to be part of this very important event in the calendar of the aviation sector, and more so to my brothers and sisters in the agency business. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my greatest honor and privilege to stand before you this morning to officiate at this very important event on the occasion of Rwandair recognizing the travel industry by awarding Achievement Award to travel agencies. Program Director, I want to sincerely thank you on behalf of the Zambian people for being very patriotic to sing the national anthem in totality. I was very observant that some of my sisters and brothers were caught napping because they only know two versions and the last stanza. That should be not for you, especially that you are the face of this country. Travel agencies, you are the face of this country, you are the face of the Zambian people. Please go back to your roots, read your history, read more about this country. People only buy a ticket from you if they really know that you know what you are doing and you know where you are. Let's practice our national anthem. Program Director, that was very good. Thank you very much for doing that. To you, my brothers and sisters in the travel agency business, it shouldn't be business as usual. If you allow me to read what has been written for me, and I speak to you from my heart, I think my heart will give you more information, and that's what you should do, because I know it will benefit your business, it will benefit Rwandair. Rwandair is in business. They haven't come here to chat, but they want to be in business, but the business should sell, because for people to use your services, they need to be told that Zambia is the home of the Victoria Falls, is the mother of the Zambezi River. These statements go a long way. Why do I say it's the home of the Victoria Falls? It's the mother of the Zambezi River. That information should sit with you as a travel agent, because it's true. It's very, very true. A lot of people that come to Zambia, they only hear the Victoria Falls and they don't know where it is. It's in Zambia. And the mother of the Victoria Falls, the mother of the Zambezi River is Zambia. Where is the Kalene Hills? If I ask some of you, you are travel agents, you can't even have a small picture in your office to attract me to buy a ticket for Rwandair. Because I want to come back to come and see the Kalene Hills, to come and see the source of the Zambezi River. A beautiful place, a natural environment. Talk about it. I've been there. You are the image. You are the Zambia that people meet first when they want to move. We want Rwandair to be successful as government. But we can't do it alone. We have to do it with you. But by the position you're occupying in our society, you need to speak Zambia. You need to promote Zambia. You need to know Zambia better than any other person. Very few people know about the Kalambo Falls. Very few people know about the Dumbatushi caves. Who is supposed to talk about them? If I'm coming, for example, to buy a ticket from you as a travel agent, please tell me other places I can visit within Zambia. If I'm going to Rwanda, before you go to Rwanda, or when you come back from Rwanda, can you visit this place? We can make a reservation for you on Mahogany Air, on ProFlight. That's your job, ladies and gentlemen. I run a hospitality business, but my interest is not to market my hospitality industry, but to tell you that when somebody comes, I'll tell them about the facilities that are available, tourism attractions that are available in Zambia, because I know this person may come to Zambia today. It is easy to change a ticket for him to stay an extra day because I've told him about another best place he may need to visit before he goes back. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me on behalf of the Zambian people and the Zambian government to express my sincere gratitude and appreciate Rwandair for inviting me to be a guest of honor on this event. I want to salute Rwandair for the gesture of recognizing our travel agents that are seated with us this morning. Please kindly accept my sincere congratulations to all those that will be awarded this morning. I would also like to congratulate all of you for coming. It's very, very important. You have stopped your busy activities and be here to listen to us and to share with us and to listen to you. We will listen to you as well. We will give you an opportunity to talk to us. Country Manager, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, Rwandair as a national airline of Rwanda was officially welcomed into the skies of Zambia on 27th March 2015 and has provided a direct link between Lusaka and Kigali, between Zambia and Rwanda. Today we are not going to rotate Africa for us to go to West Africa. We will go direct to West Africa through Rwanda. We'll be in West Africa. We don't need to go to southern tip, go around. That's the beauty of economic emancipation. That's the beauty of having Rwandair on our books, in our business. Because if you advise a traveler today, you're going to West Africa, please, I think the airline you had chosen may not be the best. I think that's your job, ladies and gentlemen. If you've forgotten, that's your job. I want to remind you, some of you will receive me as if we are fighting. We are friends. I'm coming to do business with you. For you to make business, smile at me. I may not be your friend, but smile at me. Give me a smile. You may not have a good mood that day, smile. That's the job that you are doing, ladies and gentlemen. I want to remind you that you are the face of Zambia. All the time I will remind you, you are the face of the Zambian people. You are the face of Zambia. I am glad that Rwandair, you have and you are growing your business. The linkage that you have provided for Southern Africa and part of Great Lakes region and West Africa is truly a true reflection of good leadership in both countries, Zambia and Rwanda. Your Excellency, government of His Excellency Mr. Edgar Chagwalungu remains committed to promote two sectors that I think your country and my country are sharing dearly: the aviation sector as well as the ICT sector. For those that may not know, Zambia and Rwanda have a vision, and our leadership has a vision, and it is that vision of our leadership. The two leaders have a passion for this Africa to be free. They have a passion for this Africa to achieve its visions. The ICT sector, that His Excellency Paul Kagame and His Excellency Mr. Edgar Chagwalungu are promoting, it's for the good of all of us. And for you, my brothers and sisters that are in the aviation sector, that are in the agency business for cargo and as well as ourselves traveling, you need to come on board quickly. But I want to ask you one challenge, and I want to ask you this challenge passionately. Let's be trustworthy. Very, very important. Let's be trustworthy. There are among ourselves that think it's easy to get a client's money and never remit to the airline. And when the client wants to travel, he's stuck because the airline was not confirmed. I mean, the ticket was not confirmed. That's a very, very bad practice in this industry. The association president, I want to call upon you to time and again call workshops that will sensitize your people to what are good practices. What are good practices? If you need support from my ministry, Ministry of Transport and Communication, that's the one committee that I will provide the support, because I know we are destined to be the hub of Southern Africa. As Zambia, for those that are remaining behind, I want to take you to say, please come on board. We are going to be the hub of transportation. It's not by mistake. God blessed us by location. And that location, we should realize it. For a long time, we are being taught in those schools that those people that brought education to us, they said, you're a landlocked country, and we believed that we are stuck. Unfortunately, we are not stuck. We are very much open. We can link ourselves in many fronts. We are, Your Excellency, remain focused that we develop the Mpulungu Harbour to link Zambia by water through the God-given lake, the Tanganyika, which the Great Lakes region will also benefit in accessing services that Zambia is providing. And my ministry remains committed under the leadership of His Excellency Mr. Edgar Chagwalungu that we provide a reliable rail line between Nseruka to Mpulungu and a good modern port at Mpulungu port itself to link the Great Lakes region. Rwandair provides that linkage already. As Zambia, Your Excellency, we are on the verge of coming back into the air. I remain, and I not relent on this one, and I want to assure you that Zambian Airways will be in the air very soon. Zambian Airways will be in the air very soon. As travel agencies, position yourself to be the agents to market Zambian Airways, to provide the feed into Rwandair. We will start with regional and domestic, but let's provide a feed into Rwandair, because Rwandair has already shown that they can fly to far other continents. We will start with the African continent and the domestic. Tell the people that we can go to as many other tourist sites in Zambia today. We are not locked, we are linked as Zambia. I want to assure you and I want to inform you that projects that His government of His Excellency is implementing in terms of construction of the airports. The Kenneth Kaunda International Airport is closer to its completion. We are at about 84-85% completion now. We should be closer to 90%. And very soon, that airport will be open for public use. The old infrastructure will be rehabilitated, and it will be a modern structure for domestic use. There is an opportunity for you and me to bring people to visit Zambia, and we receive them with a modern infrastructure. The Copper Belt Airport is also progressing very well, and we are on course. I'm very confident that these two projects will change the face that Zambia will be in the aviation sector. You, ladies and gentlemen, are the key to make this infrastructure achieve the dream of creating employment. It is the number of people that will use this facility that we will service to make the business sense, to make people leave money in Zambia and change the landscape of our economy. Your Excellency, I want to assure you that the memorandums of understandings that we are supposed to sign to promote tourism between the two countries, count on me, will be moved like yesterday. We will ensure that these documents are quickly worked upon and signed so that we open package tourism. Package tourism. For those that don't know, the aviation sector thrives on tourism. If people move, package tourism is one of the best tourism. Because if people are moving from Zambia, from seeing the Victoria Falls, from seeing the Kalene Hills where the Zambezi is coming from seeing the Kalambo Falls, then they can go to the mountains of Rwanda through Rwandair. You are not here by mistake. You are not in that business as a sheer waste of career. You are in that business and should be passionate. I want to challenge you, my brothers and sisters, that working together, we can be beyond where we are today, and we can do it. Together, we will succeed. I want to thank you, Madam Country Manager, for inviting me for this event, and I want to thank all of you for listening to me. It is now my honor and the privilege to appreciate and to thank you and invite at this event, Let It Commission. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much there. There's one thing I observed from the presentation by our guest of honor, and he said, you are the face of Zambia. But the face that is presented here is very, very serious. Everybody just smile. Just smile for no apparent reason. What? All right, we move on with our program, ladies and gentlemen. It's now time for us to present the awards. And at this point, I will call upon the guest of honor, as well as Her Excellency, the High Commissioner, the Country Manager, Rwandair, Zambia, the Chief Executive Officer, Zambia Tourism Agency, to come to the podium for the commencement of the awards. I will step aside and be joined by the Marketing Manager from Rwandair, Mrs. Colette Stevenson. Colette, welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Toro.
Please, a high table, be upstanding and come and join us.
As they walk onto the stage, I'd like to thank you all for coming today. And before we go into the awards, I'd like to give a brief description of why we chose these award categories. We wanted to match it with our Dream Miles loyalty program, which has 4 tiers. So the awards we're giving have already been mentioned that they're for the year 2017-18. That's from July 2017 to June 2018. So I want to thank you all, before I go into detail, for your continuous support. A number of you have seemed to grow extremely, and we look forward to your supportive business in the coming years. So Dream Miles is Rwandair's frequent flyer loyalty program. It has 4 categories. So the first one is the Diamond category. This category, a passenger should earn at least about 100,000 miles to qualify for this category. So it's with this category that we have also used for our Diamond Award receivers. They have sold over 100,000 net flown revenue for the year 2017-18. And these are Voyages Zambia.
As we come to pick up our awards, we start from the other end. Let's put our hands together for Voyages Zambia. The first recipient.
The next recipient is African Destination.
African Destination. Please make sure they take pictures. Did you leave too early there? Were there enough pictures taken?
And the next recipient is Best Eastern Travel.
Best Eastern Travel.
Just best practice award.
The next recipient of the Diamond Award is Aviator Travel.
Aviator Travel.
And the last recipient of the Diamond Award is Salhami Travel.
Salhami Travel. I'm going to get you better, ladies and gentlemen.
In the same line, we also want to award our top corporate contributors for revenues. And we have two corporates receiving this award, the corporate award. The first recipient is the Comesa Travel Unit.
Comesa.
The second corporate recipient is the Zambia Civil Service Travel.
Boma Travelers. It's also an agent. I thought Engineer Lungu would. No, never mind.
No, I know. This is Zambia Civil Service Travel. So I know it very well.
Okay.
I always travel with them.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't understand why we are not top notch. But it means we are doing correct.
You're doing correct business. Yeah, no, congratulations for traveling with us. That's the civil service.
So our Dream Miles card is uniquely designed with a chip that is able to facilitate pre-loading of money onto that card, and it can be used as a global wallet across the globe. So this unique feature is something that makes our card very rare and smart and unique, that allows seamless use of less cash on you and more on the Visa chip.
All right, so make sure you get yourself that card. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I will ask you to take your seats for now. We will call you back. Let's put our hands together for them one more time. So those are the recipients. We continue giving awards, but like you heard in the speech that was delivered by our guest of honor, Engineer Mishek Lungu, the Permanent Secretary, he did mention the fact that Zambia is land-linked, and thanks to our sister nation of Rwanda, now certain destinations where we used to zigzag, we can go there directly. But there could be some of us that have never been to Rwanda, and it's my rare privilege and honor to call upon Her Excellency, the High Commissioner to Zambia, to just give us a brief presentation on why should we visit Rwanda. Your Excellency. Let's put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everybody. Engineer Mishek Lungu, PS in the Ministry of Transport and Communication. Felix Shaila, CEO Zambia Tourism Agency, our host Rwandair country manager, Mrs. Graydon Mungaila, the chairperson of Travel Agency Association of Zambia, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure for me to stand in front of you and speak about Rwanda. I wish that after I make my presentation, everybody will find the need to visit Rwanda. Rwanda is a land of 1,000 hills and very attractive to guests. I think some of you have not seen a country made of 1,000 hills. That's the first thing to go and see in Rwanda. The people of Rwanda are very hospitable, very friendly. As PS has asked everybody, when you go to Rwanda, you meet people that are always smiling. Rwanda is advanced in technology. It has laid countrywide broadband infrastructure, and internet is available throughout the country, with 4G covering 90% of the entire country. So when you go to Rwanda, ensure that you are connected everywhere, even in the buses. If you travel in buses, you get the Wi-Fi in the buses. And in the buses, you don't have to carry cash with you. You just tap and go using your card. So that's things to see in Rwanda. So Rwanda is a safe country. Rwanda ranks now 9th safest country in the world. When you come to Kigali, Kigali is a smart city. It's a clean, very clean city. You need to come and see the clean city in Africa. Zambia, Lusaka is also clean, but when you come to Rwanda, you can see maybe a small difference. This happened because Rwanda has banned plastics. Plastics bags are not used in Rwanda. So before you travel to Rwanda, wherever you are boarding from, they will tell you that if you are going to Kigali, please don't carry plastics bag. So that's how it's part of the cleanness, because if you don't see any plastic bag on the road, there is nothing else you can see. Rwanda is also green because it is the third greenest country